What's up, dudes? Like the mask. So look, check it out. We're at Canadian Tire because I had to get some materials, and because of this COVID stuff, shopping really sucks right now. So I got some wifey's car. We got some metal, some grinding discs. I gotta get to work on that El Camino. It's winter right now, and usually I'm working like crazy overtime and stuff like that, so I don't get time to work on my cars anyway, but when I do, it's nice to be able to know that I can get parts. So let's just hope for the best. So while I'm waiting for Jessica to get out of Canadian Tire, I was figuring maybe I could start this vlog and give you guys a little update. Hope there's not too much wind out here, because okay, yeah, it's cold out there, man. So what is this, week 2 of New Year, something like that? Last week's videos, I'll touch on that. There was the El Camino video with the there was a big recap and then putting the engine back in. That's pretty self-explanatory. Now that the engine's back in, I think the next video we're gonna do is making motor mounts for that thing and transmission mounts. It's gonna be kind of sketchy, so I gotta make it fit and gotta make sure it clears everything. So I'm gonna have to probably re-go through those motor mounts and stuff that I build in the next video to touch on stuff and make sure everything clears. Like the steering column would be a great example, and we gotta make everything fit in the firewall. So some of that can move around. That's for the El Camino build stuff. For the other video too that's coming out. Well, last week Monday or what, Sunday? It was on Sunday. We saw the video of the art stuff, longboard. Yeah, wet sanded the long. Sorry, I'm a little bit groggy because I woke up and we just hit the road. We went for it today. So, oh, there she comes. Did the wet sanding on the longboard. I didn't show you guys the art of that because it was like a gift for my brother for Christmas, so I couldn't really show that off and have some videos. Hey. And so that was just wet sanding it. Future ones I'll show what it is to, like, the art part of it. I'll show you me actually do it. And I'll get back to you later. And we're home. Oh, tripping over stuff. What's up? So we're back in the shop now. Got kind of what I needed to get. I should have stopped. I should have got some welding spool for my welder, because I don't know how long this is gonna last. Check it out, boys. Not much left on that. And I don't know if the welding shop is open because of the lockdown, curfew, all this crapola is going on. So anyways, now we're back in the shop. What I was talking about with those motor mounts, I'm gonna show you guys real quick. Now, in the last video, we placed the engine. So I do believe that this next one coming up, I gotta clear out some room to put the engine in to make it fit properly, because the subframe of the Corvette, I'm using different mounts. The Corvette originally came with the LT1 engine, very similar to JM's wagon. Now this is the LS, so it's got different positioning, so I had to get rid of some stuff that was in the way. I had to cut out in here. I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you guys the inside of that. Okay, so I had to clear all this stuff out. You see it's all cut, jagged, ugly. And then this is the first mock-up for the motor mount on the steering side. You can see the linkage for the steering's right here. I made it like this so I could clear everything, have room, because I do believe it's gonna run like that direction somewhere. See what I'm saying? Runs up to the firewall. And on this side, I got away with just putting a big hefty pipe in there. And I still have to adjust it, and I still have to trim it, and then weld it and make it all fit properly. But I have the engine sitting at the proper angles. It's level left to right. And I do believe that even the pitch from, say, that point to back here somewhere is pretty accurate with the differential. Because I don't know how true that is, but I keep talking about that diff and how it's supposed to be lined up on the same exact pitch so that your connecting points for your drive shaft is like, it makes it straight and runs good without making noise and vibrating. Again, I'm just kind of going off of, like, I haven't tested this theory. This is just what I've been told and stuff like that from other people that have done it. So I'm just gonna trust in them, believe in them, and hopefully it's right. And if it's not, well, we'll play around with it till we get it right, because that's what happens, right? On the back half of the chassis, you can see here I have a little bit of a trans mount mocked up. So it's fairly simple. The stock transmission used to just simply bolt in there with the mount. But because this is going direct mount, no rubber, no urethane, no nothing, it's a race car. I don't care how much it shakes and vibrates. I want it to be solid. But I'm gonna have to beef that up too. So this is a plate. Instead of bolting the trans down here, which would bolt into a mount, then bolt to the transmission, I just straight up made a bigger piece here and bolt it right into the trans itself. I might put something underneath there, a little strip of like rubber sheet or something, very similar to, say, this crap. just to give it a bit of cushion, but you know, that sounds weird. Now the other half of the video that was going on that you saw was the on the Sunday was the first art video that came out. So that was all about wet sanding a board. Now I don't really have a good example around here, but I'm kind of hoping that the technique of the wet sanding and learning how to do that and everything on stuff like boards and guitars or whatever little kind of deal thing I might do, well, I hope it's eventually going to translate into working on cars, because I want to one day be able to make something real super nice, polish it up, clean it up, make it look amazing, like paint job like glass, beautiful finish. So that's the idea behind that one. Just get some practice in there, and maybe if you guys are trying to figure out how to do it, hopefully that kind of gave you a little bit of info to help you guys out too. You see that? Put my guitars on the back wall. That was kind of cool, right? Make it more artsy. I don't want to get too much stuff on the walls here, because if you guys remember the old shop when it was all black and red, I kind of had like a bar theme going on, and it made the place really stuffy and really like cluttered, you know? So I kind of like the big empty walls. It's good for lighting too. Reflects the light much better. Those lights kind of help up there. Let's see. Woo. Those are kind of cool, but I bought like 5 of them from Canadian Tire, and like I got 3 of them that didn't work or something in the box. Or I bought 4. No, I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I have 6. I bought 6 lights, and I think like 3 of them didn't work. I was able to open them up and play around with the wires and figure it out. For the most part, I got most of them working except for this one. Where is it? Where is it? This. No. Oh, great. So the problem with that one, I'm not sure. It didn't have the same problems as the other ones. The other ones, it was pretty easy. You just took it apart, and there was a little wire that was bent around a plate with the LEDs attached to it, and the wire went inside to a converter to transfer that 120 to the appropriate voltage, which is much lower, I assume, to run LEDs. And that was the only one that I couldn't find broken wires, and everything was like, I just couldn't fix it. So I got the other ones fixed. Maybe I'll go buy another one, keep the bill, put that back in the box, bring it back, because I don't have the bills for them anymore. It's like, that's not cheating, is it? No. Still paying for it. So anyway, I might do that and bring it back, and then try to figure out the lighting a little bit better in here. And that might be a future video series, was doing kind of stuff to play around in the shop and make it look better, because I got a long way to go in here too. Like I love my shop. It's cool, and I'm super blessed and super grateful about it. But it's like I'm always missing those little things that are just like kind of important and I should have, and stuff like that. Like here's an example. I borrowed the extension for the welder from my pops, and it turns out that he needed it, I guess, because I got it in the garage today to work on the El Camino, and I got no cables, no wires. So hopefully he's not using it today. I'm gonna go back and steal it and then try to get to work on the El Camino again. But if not, well, I got some other stuff to do. Stay busy. I'm always busy. Wednesday's video, 2 days from now, should be, is the first drive video. Now that's it's way different than the other videos that I've done and stuff, because it's about driving, but it's about like the emotional, mental, spiritual part of driving. It's not how to modify your car or anything. It's more like modifying the driver, but starting from ground zero, from like the initial thoughts. For example, why do we drive, and what's the importance of finding a connection with your car to be happy with it. And a lot of it has to do with not like falling into trends and stuff like that. So we're gonna try to, you'll see, it's very, very different, but I'm just trying it out because it's kind of fun. And it sort of has, if you guys have seen Initial D, you know when things get kind of emotional and stuff in there, and it plays on the music slows down, and it's not in your face and crazy action and stuff, but I think it's interesting. It's something that I think is kind of cool, and I'm kind of been heavily influenced, if you could tell by the choice of my cars and style of driving. Initial D had a lot to do with it, I'll be honest. And so this is kind of like sort of like a tribute, it's gonna be, but more it's kind of me just playing around with the theatrics and the emotions that you can put into a video and see how that works out. Because like I said all the time, I'm not just doing these videos to be like, hey, look at my cars. I do these videos because I legit enjoy making videos, and I find it really cool that you can take different emotions and feelings and music and put it all together, and you can build it up, and you can bring it back down, and you can calm things down, or you can hype them up, and it's all like a big play on I don't know, You'll have to watch it and find out. But anyways, stick around, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Go watch the videos. Like I said, Wednesday is a new drive video. It's a very new format, and I'm probably gonna make I'll make a vlog after that to talk about it. So if you guys have any questions and stuff like that, you can post them up here. You can post them up on those videos. Anything, don't be shy. Just like comment and we'll talk and we'll shoot the shit, you know? So I guess that's it for today. I just wanted to touch base with you guys and let you know what's going on, keep you up to date of what is up, and we'll just keep rocking and rolling. Peace out.